I've always been sharing my life in some way or another. Now that it has a name and it kind of have this whole rigidity to it, I'm sorry, but not sorry, and I cannot keep up. My favorite, they had your favorite slang or word or whatever, favorite saying, you know what's mine? Me can't bother. Literally, no, I can't be bothered. It's literally me can't bother. And that's how I feel about creating all of these transitions and I cannot be bothered.
JP. Whoa. Whee, better wake up. Whoa. Better shake up, shake up.
I wanna wake up. Whoa.
So I've been struggling with consistency. I started so many things and I have yet to complete them or just to execute them the way I have designed them in my brain. And if you're anything like me, then I think you want to hear what I have to say. So I believe that with the season changing, it's time for like a real commitment, and I'm making a commitment to myself because I want to clear my name from being that person who others can't trust what I say. Because if I tell myself something and I'm not showing up for me, then how would I be able to show up for others? So I have created this challenge. Everybody know about the 75 days hard challenge. No, I'm not a gym buff. I don't like sweating, actually. Never liked sweating from a child to know. And I just don't like things that are too hard. And I mean, I know it's about discipline, but I wanted something a bit more soft. You know, the soft life. And there is a 75-day soft challenge. But for me, because I've been struggling so much with consistency, I started the 75-day hard challenge March 3rd. And today is the 21st, and I have been consistent in my life. Last year, that was the word I was working on, discipline and consistency, and I've seen where I've improved. But this year, I said to my mom, let us do a 75-day hard challenge. Looked up the challenge, was excited. Started by day 5, I was eating what I wasn't supposed to be eating. And I'm not the kind of person who would be like, well, you break it, so just continue. No. I feel like even with this new season changing, I am ready to just make a commitment to myself that I can trust myself. I don't know how others are going to trust me if I can't trust myself. I'm not showing up for myself as I said I would. So it's kind of hard, you know, like your word is not your bond, Olivia. So I had to like rethink all of this. And I'm a girl who just love 21 days for a lot of things. I mean, I have a devotional 21 days and I met my husband after 21 days of fasting. So it's kind of like, it works for me. And I mean, there's evidence to say that after 21 days, you kind of had formed a habit and so forth. So working with that, I decided that I would, instead of doing like 75 days straight, I'm gonna do 21 days times 3. I want to show up for me and I want to be consistent, not only in the area of my health, but I'm like physical health, but more on a holistic health. So this challenge I have created is called Evolve with Live, and it is free. Actually, it's not something I'm trying to sell you. It's just something I want others, if you are similar to me, to join on this challenge with me. And it's really about just taking a journey to reset your mind, your body, and your spirit. And as I said, it's 21 days times 3. So this is going to be done over a 3-month period, but we're going to take a rest. So I will there's a built-in structure of rest involved, because after 6 days you need to rest. And I can testify how when I was writing my master's, my dissertation, I did not do any work on my 7th day. I'm not an Adventist. I didn't necessarily not rest on a Saturday. I rested on a Sunday. That's the day I go for worship. But no matter what I needed to get done, I stopped working. And even when my parents come, I said, guys, if you're talking to me about work, I don't want to have this conversation because I need to rest. And I got distinction on all my papers when I did that. So I'm just saying, like, no matter what you feel like you have to do, it's important to rest. So it's basically, you will do the instructions that I will post here or in the comments that you can follow for the 21 days. So you're going to focus on your physical, your body, and you're going to eat healthy, you're going to exercise, and we're going to entertain the Holy Spirit. So whatever you're reading, whatever you're listening to, whatever you're seeing or watching, it should be entertaining to the Holy Spirit. So you have to pay attention to what you're consuming. For your mind, you're going to read a book, right? You're going to refresh your space. Like, you need to clean. You need to ensure that you wake up and make your bed. If it's the first thing that you do every morning, make your bed. At least you would have done something, and ensure that your space is clean. So you have to, it's spring. In Jamaica, we have this thing we call spring cleaning. Like, your parents make you wash the window, dust down everything. Some people only do that at Christmas time. I used to do spring cleaning. When you have Labor Day again, I think that falls under spring, you clean and all of these kind of things. So you're going to refresh your space. You're going to pay attention. You're going to get rid of things that not serving you because you want to go to the next level, right? And you're going to release your thoughts in your journal. So you're going to go to the link in my bio and buy the journal, or you're going to find an exercise book that you have and write. If you have a journal, use it. Now is the time to pour out your thoughts. Recently when I moved back where I am now, I found a book that I was using in COVID, and it was just so wonderful to kind of just go back to see where my mind was, and the fact that I wrote a letter to myself for this season, just to see what I needed to prepare for and where I am. And then because I read that, I was able to write a letter for my future self. So it's just such a refresher to kind of be able to pour out your thoughts. Stop calling people and telling your business. Put it in your journal and pray about it. For the spirit, you're gonna watch your thoughts and your tongue. Like, you're gonna be conscious of the things that are coming in your mind and what you're saying, because what you're saying is your thoughts, and those things you bring to life. And in this season, we only want to bear fruit that is worthy of being a fruit. We don't want no bad fruit. We don't want no bad tasting fruit after we have completed this life. So let us be a bit more cognizant of these things. I love you too, Baba. Let us be a bit more cognizant of these things. For your spirit, you're also going to worship. Worship. No matter what is happening, you're going to give God thanks. You're just going to exalt him. You're going to just try to learn about who he is and worship him. And finally, you're going to seek wisdom. And that ties to even the mind, because you'll be reading a book. But even praying and asking the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom. As I said, the spring is here. It's a time for transformation. And I am ready to reset, do a holistic mind, body, and spirit reset. When you press on that reset button to kind of reboot, I'm ready for that. I don't know if you are, but if you're anything like me and you just really want to be consistent in this season, you want your word to hold power. You want, when people hear your name, they can trust you. And where better to start by trusting yourself. So make this commitment with yourself and join me for this Evolve with Live Spring Challenge. But let me get to the point. It's time to really change our lives. I know I need to change my life, and if you want to be a part of this challenge, then comment below. I'm in. And if you're seeing this on another platform outside of our YouTube, then click the link in my bio if it's on Instagram or TikTok, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can sign up for this challenge. I'll be sharing my blogs, any little motivation that the Lord kind of share to just keep us going. I don't know, I feel like I should just mind my business and do this alone, but there's a part of me that know that I work well when others are holding me accountable, because it kind of is like, you say when you can hide in private, you just necessarily can't hide in public. Because if I said to you that I'm gonna do this, like for instance, I'm gonna lose 5 pounds, and you're gonna be like, so Olivia, how it going? You lose the 5 pounds yet? And if I haven't lost the 5 pounds, then I'm gonna feel bad, right? So I gonna want to lose the 5 pounds because I don't want to feel bad when you ask me about it. So that's the thought process that I have when I think about why I share what I'm doing. But also because I have done a lot of these personal challenges for myself, i.e. the fasting in January 2019. I've done it again. Like, guys, let me just be honest. Now I'm kind of bringing all of my different elements of who I am together in one space, somewhat, and this is the first part of it. So yes, I have the faith family, right? I'm a part of the faith family, so a lot of my work ties with faith, and I work in my NGO and we use faith-based approaches there. I know that I'm literally doing my coaching business. Faith is tied into it, and it's more personal coaching, personal and professional development coaching. So everything kind of come together. So at first I used to I had a blog page on Toast Stories. I'm gonna put my blog here, and the link will be there. You can read the blogs because I still blog. I just don't share on that page anymore because I can't manage all of these different platforms, different pages on the same platform or so forth. I just can't. I cannot. It's not working out. So I'm chaotically just trying to do this. Like, I really don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope it turns out well, but I just don't know. And that's the reality. I said to my husband today, and I'll share this, very personal, but I feel like I've been in my brain trying to create what we call now content. But from a very young age, I always loved the camera. So this, talking to the camera, has always come natural to me. And I would dress up, and when there was like a film, you know, the film camera back in the days, I'm a 90s baby, guys. I'm 32. I used to hold the film, like, you know, the little thing. I turn it so I can't see through the thing. I turn it to myself to take the picture. So I have photos that I went to the picture store to develop with just my eyes or my teeth, you know, like this. And I big up on the picture because I always thought that, oh, you're a pretty girl. And I don't know, I'm not into fashion and all of that, in some sense, but I'm not trying to influence in that field. Yeah, I do have a merchandise, the Faiths, yeah, and this is my husband, so we are the Faith family, and he's the center in that sense of this here. I'm not saying I was an influencer, but I've always been sharing my life in some way or another. Now that it has a name and it kind of have this whole rigidity to it, I'm sorry but not sorry, and I cannot keep up. Like, in 2021, I said to my husband, like, what is this TikTok and how do we use it? And I want to do TikTok videos, but you're gonna have to learn to edit it because I just don't have the capacity. And now Instagram have all of these reels and the videos must look this way and the quality, and then that's why I'm just like, I can't bother. I cannot. So yes, I want to share, but do I have to share my content like that for people to hear? At this point, I really don't know, and I really don't care. So if you're seeing this and you're still here, then why haven't you subscribed? In the meantime, like,
share,
comments,
subscribe.
The point of the matter is, I'm gonna be trying a thing for the next 21 days. I'm gonna see if the Olivia, the Shannon version of me can really commit to showing up on the internet for all of y'all. Nobody asked me to. This other question I keep asking myself, like, why you want to do this? Who asked you? And this is not just for the content. In all areas of my life, I'm just like, people did tell us that they want help. Why are you doing this? You know, and I'm just like, God, why couldn't I just sit behind a desk and just get life done? Why you give me this burning desire to want to help people? Nobody come to you and tell you they want help. So why are you going out there helping people? I know that the challenges that the Lord has inspired me to create, because these are God-given challenges, and there's so many of these things online, and I just know that it's not about competing with other creators. It's about finding the people that connect with you. You understand? So I'm telling you honestly, you're not gonna get some pretty design stuff. Honestly, I'm literally gonna record this video, upload it to a software, select a button, and however I cut it up, you're getting it. I'm sorry. If I don't do that, then you're getting it raw, just like this. You might like it or you don't. Either way, I don't. So I have started this challenge, and I'll be sharing every day for 21 days with you guys what my mind, body, and spirit evolution looks like on a day-to-day basis. Maybe it's just something that comes from the spirit, maybe something about my body that I showed you that I exercise, or something about my mind of something I'm working on, something I read, what inspired me, something I'll share with you. And I want you to interact with me. I don't want to feel like I'm doing this alone, because people are watching. And if you just watch, God, thank you for watching. If you're just watching, thank you for watching. But I would hope that you would want to bet on yourself. You know, let me be honest. I said I was gonna come back on social media March 21 from early this year. And I'm here today. Actually, I'm recording this video today. So that's one. So kudos, Olivia. Two, I have been doubting myself to say, like, can you, will you, how will you, all of these questions, like, you know, because I see so many people, and that's the other thing, the comparison is like, I know for a fact that what I have to do on a day-to-day basis, I just don't have the capacity to design, to create it, all of those things. I just don't have it. And I don't know if I want to know. Maybe that's the problem, you know. I don't know if I want to know. To do all of those transitions, and we can't be bothered. We can't be bothered. I really cannot be bothered. So I just, okay, let me just tell you something. In my yearbook, at my high school, I went to Westwood High. So if you're a Westwood old girl, comment and let me know. My favorite, they had your favorite slang or word or whatever, favorite saying. You know what's mine? Me can't bother. Literally. No, I can't be bothered. It's literally me can't bother. And that's how I feel about creating all of these transitions. And I cannot be bothered. I have other things to do. You're going to just get me as I am. Sometimes you're going to hear my kids. Sometimes you're going to see me not looking all to put together. Because I actually made an effort today. My husband have asked me why I show up looking so pop down sometimes. Like, you must say, well, look at this. Because of anything, you know. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to, you know, do it in excellence. But probably my excellence is just being who I am. And that's why some days I'm just not all the way there. I am really on a journey of changing my life. You know, we are really in charge of our destiny. God has already ordained that destiny for us, and there's a way in which you can follow through on that path. You don't know exactly the outcome, but it is supposed to be good. I'm not saying that you won't have stumbling blocks along the way, but there is a way that we need to show up for ourselves. So yeah, this is all about growth. It's a new season, spring, the flowers are blooming. It's your time to bloom. It's your time to shine. It's your time to be bold. It's your time to be brave. In this season of spring, you have, like, just like the butterfly would have endured that metamorphosis journey from caterpillar to being a butterfly and living in the cocoon for a while and then blooming, you know. So too, it's such a refreshing, or it just revives my spirit to see how we started one place and where we are, and how just documenting in the moment and documenting the struggle, still not sure how, and then watching it just play out while we're documenting day by day. It's absolutely beautiful, and I could not write my story, you know, and so I am very grateful for a platform to share. And the reason for sharing is I really hope that other people who face similar challenges can be inspired and encouraged to not lose faith, to not lose hope. I know that when I was 15, so more than a decade ago, I wanted to die. And it's not that people around me weren't telling me that they overcame the challenge, but nobody was talking about the challenges that they were having. So I wasn't necessarily open about how I was feeling because I didn't know how to express them. And so whatever way you can find to express your challenge, just do it, because you can create an opportunity for somebody to know that they're not alone and that you can overcome. You know, somebody might just be the resource for you, because we are here on earth. We are the vessel that God uses. You understand? So I want to be that kingdom influencer in your life. I want you to know that through my life, you can see the light of God and recognize that your darkness is not the entirety. That's it. So join me on this Evolve with Liv spring challenge for 21 days starting April 1. You have time from now. You have 10 days to get it together, to get ready. I'm gonna post a photo frame of what the challenge entails. I'll post it for the next 10 days. You're gonna see it. Sign up, be a part of it, and it is free. So don't tell me so you can't do it. It is free. Anyways, you'll be getting 21 videos from me starting April 1. So until next time, guys, why don't you just live and evolve?
Wake up.